Welcome to the StarMind channel, your portal to the world of the future, where science, technology, and imagination merge into one cohesive whole. If you dream about tomorrow, are captivated by futuristic concepts, and want to peek beyond the horizon of the present, then this is the place for you. Today we dive into an enthralling topic, the city of the future, architecture in 2100. Imagine a world where cities are not just buildings and streets, but living organisms that breathe, adapt, and evolve alongside us. We won't limit ourselves to predictions, we'll fantasize, painting a vivid panorama of megapolises inspired by ideas from Elon Musk, Norman Foster, or even sci-fi classics like Fritz Lang's Metropolis. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications to receive alerts for new releases, and let's transport ourselves to 2100. First, envision the context. By 2100, humanity has overcome climate crises through global efforts. Cities have transformed into ecosystems, where architecture is a symbiosis of nature, technology, and human needs. Let's name our imaginary city New Harmony, a gigantic megapolis sprawling along the coast, combining elements of New York, Tokyo, and Singapore, but with revolutionary innovations. The population is 50 million people, yet space doesn't feel cramped. Vertical planning makes the city multi-layered, like a colossal futuristic hive. The primary building material is not concrete or steel, but smart materials, nanocomposites that self-repair like skin and change shape depending on the weather. Imagine house walls covered in living facades of genetically modified plants that absorb CO2, generate energy through photosynthesis, and even glow at night, creating natural illumination. The architecture of 2100 is all about dynamics and adaptability. The central part of the city is the Neural Tower, a gigantic structure 5 kilometers tall, resembling a brain's neural network. It is built from modular blocks that can be relocated by drones. Today it's an office complex, tomorrow a residential quarter, and the day after a scientific hub. Inside are anti-gravity elevators that levitate on magnetic fields, allowing movement between levels in seconds. Windows are not glass, but transparent screens with augmented reality. Looking outside, you see not only the panorama, but also virtual elements, weather, news, or even historical reconstructions of the past. And around the tower are floating gardens, platforms on anti-gravity cushions where vertical farms with hydroponics grow fresh produce directly to restaurants below. The streets of New Harmony are not asphalt, but intelligent surfaces made of piezoelectric materials that generate energy from pedestrian steps. Transportation? Forget about cars. Autonomous pods, capsules on maglev rails, race underground or through the air, connecting districts in minutes. Above the city, aerotaxis soar, drones with solar panels controlled by AI that optimizes routes, avoiding congestion. Pedestrian zones are green corridors with biomimetic bridges inspired by spiderwebs. They're flexible, resistant to earthquakes, and self-repair using nanorobots. Imagine a stroll. You walk across a bridge that sways in rhythm with the wind, and around you are holographic sculptures that change based on passerbys' moods, reading emotions through smart bracelets. Residential quarters are true wonders of personalization. Apartments in 2100 are modular capsules that adapt to their owners. Walls move, creating new rooms. Furniture is printed on 3D printers from biodegradable materials. Energy? Fully renewable. Roofs covered in quantum solar panels that work even at night, and wind turbines integrated into facades, resembling gigantic wings. The city integrates biotechnologies, buildings with living walls where microorganisms purify the air, and artificial lakes with algae that produce biofuel. And for entertainment? Virtual arenas, gigantic domes with immersive reality where you can stroll through ancient Rome or fly to Mars without leaving the city. But the architecture of the future is not only about beauty, but also resilience. In 2100, cities are prepared for challenges. Floods. Amphibious districts rise on hydraulic platforms. Earthquakes. Seismically resistant structures made of carbon nanotubes, stronger than diamond. Climate changes. The city is a smart organism with a network of sensors managed by global AI that predicts disasters and adapts infrastructure. Society here is multicultural, with districts for different cultures, an Asian quarter with levitating pagodas, or an African one with buildings inspired by termites for natural ventilation. The economy is based on creativity. Designers, architects, and AI co-authors create new forms, and tourism attracts billions, as each city is unique. Let's fantasize about everyday life. Imagine a young architect awakening in her capsule on the 100th floor. From the window, a view of the ocean, where artificial islands with windmills float. She breakfasts on fruits from a vertical farm, and her AI assistant designs a new bridge. On the way to work, a pod through an underwater tunnel where marine life is visible through transparent walls. In the evening, a concert in an amphitheater with acoustic fields that allow individual music listening. And at night, the city shines. Facades transform into gigantic screens, displaying the starry sky or abstract art. Of course, this is a fantasy, but one based on real trends, from big projects with vertical forests to Tesla concepts with integrated solar roofs. Will 2100 be like this? It depends on us. Friends, how do you envision the architecture of the future? What element would you add to your ideal city? Write in the comments. Perhaps your idea will inspire the next video. If you liked it, give it a like, share with friends, and subscribe to StarMind. We continue to uncover the mysteries of tomorrow. Until next time, and may your imagination build bridges to the future.